Morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us today to talk about the new releases that we did in September. Uh, I'm Karen Strykowski. I am the Director of Client Training here at Wine Shipping. It is my honor to be with you on a monthly basis to talk to you about all the new cool things that we've done in Awesome Client Portal over the last 30 days. So just as usual about our webinar, if you're new here today, and I do have some new folks who signed up, we are recording and we will send you a copy of the recording. And then, I love questions. If you have them, please, by all means, use the questions section in this platform. We will take time at the end to answer any questions, but you are welcome to type them as they kind of come in into your brain. But I love questions, so please be part of the conversation today. So as always, I will go over what it is we released last month. I will do a quick demo of those things, so going into the platform, and then we'll take questions, and you're welcome for your feedback too. So what did we do last month, right? We had purple basil and peach were our releases last month. And, I'm going to assume you all know and have logged into Awesome Client Portal and saw our wonderful spooky surprise. So, we also launched our ACP Halloween theme. Did some neat things with the address book, and just-in-time preferences added, new ice pack exceptions, and then some really exciting new features that I think you will love. We have the ability now to reach out to your customers when orders go on a weather hold, added Mississippi, some order rule stuff, and future reservations. So spooky ACP is here. If you don't know, one of our stands is fun at Wine Shipping, and I think that this in itself just embodies what one of our Wine Shipping stands, right? It's our Halloween theme, and this year we've enhanced it, so you can now choose to use it in light or dark mode. You can see here on the screen, right? That's the difference. The cobwebs will disappear on November 1st. But if you get in here and you are like, oh my God, I absolutely hate this stuff. It's too distracting. I can't do my work. We hear you. And in the top right-hand corner under your account, my account, you can turn it off. So we do have the ability to just check the default theme, and there will be no more spooky ACP for you. So again, you can choose light or dark mode or turn it off, but I really truly believe that this embodies our commitment to having fun here. Address book enhancements. So, we are laying some good foundation here. So you might go, why are you adding longitude and latitude for every address in your address book? Well, that's because we are actively working on bringing a lot more visibility to our whole transportation side of the business. So coming soon, right? Working on it for 2026 right now. And so you will see that. We also now have the ability for those of you that do a lot of international shipping to add the country code in there. So, again, in making the address book much more user-friendly and enhancing that. We also, this is very exciting. So if you use us for direct-to-trade or wholesale, this is a big ask. I mean, you've been asking for this since we launched Awesome Client Portal, which is our system now will automatically save your addresses if you are creating a direct-to-trade order or a wholesale order. So anything basically a non-DTC order type will allow you, and you add a new address in there, manually type it in there, and it's new, it will save it to the address book. So really exciting that we have that feature now. Boy, I really, it's been asked for years. So giant step forward. Thank you for your patience. The next is, right, we have added this new exception for just in time. So if you don't know what just in time is and are curious, please sign up for our October 15th webinar. You can find that on our website. I'll show you a link at the end of this. But just in time really allows you to continue to use wine shipping services, but not have that product stored at our warehouse, right? It's really great for those library SKUs or, one-offs or merchandise. I mean, lots of different reasons. But, one of the things that was your orders would come in and you might have had a rule for that state to automatically add an ice pack, and then you converted it to just in time. Well, if it is a pre-packed or ship as is package, meaning you are packing the package and it has an ice pack on it, right? You can see right here, that is not compatible with a shipped as is pre-packed shipment because we're not opening up the box and adding an ice pack. So if you are providing a sealed box to us and we're not the ones putting those bottles in the box, we're not opening it up. And so now this is going to create an exception for you to remove that ice pack. So really simple to remove ice packs from orders. You can do it one by one, or you can do it in bulk. The next is we've added just-in-time order settings to your account preferences. So if you're using the just-in-time service and you want the system to default to your settings, meaning like there are 4 flavors that you can use the default for, right? So we have transportation methods, meaning is wine shipping picking it up from you, or are you typically just going to drop off those packages at the closest warehouse for your service, or are you going to be providing us a package that is pre-packed and shipped as is in your own shipper, or are you going to be almost always using wine shipping to pack that, and you're just going to bring it to us in a container and we're going to put it in the box and ship it for you. So those default settings, can be changed obviously on an order by order basis, but that is, you can set them up to default to what you usually will be doing when you're working with wine shipping for this service. Okay, this is really exciting. We are doing it's a beta. We are beta testing it, but I almost want to say we should stop using the word beta because we have so many folks that have already opted into this. But we released a pre-shipment weather hold notification. Now I know things are cooling off and you're going to say to me, God, Karen, why didn't you have this for me in July? Well, these things take some time. And, we're fortunate enough to have some pretty smart folks, and they figured out a way to utilize our premium tracking info receive notification that can trigger when your orders go on a weather hold. And, just calling out, as we all know, right now we're in the pretty beautiful, perfect time of year to ship wine. But hey, before we know it, not to be down on anybody, but January, February will be here and things can be pretty cold out east. And so sometimes we want to hold packages because it's too cold, right? That 30 below zero, that wine's not going to do good. So this does have value now too. So coming up, so if you want to get this in place and you're using our weather hold system and you want to be able to communicate to your end customer, hey, we're holding your package due to weather. You have that ability to do that. And you're going to say, well, Karen, how do I do that? Well, scan this QR code, right? There is a notification that we can put into your premium tracking account that will trigger. Here's kind of an example of some words, but you, of course, are happy to edit them to make it be on brand for you, right? But it's going to say, wanted to let you know we're currently holding your shipment due to unfavorable weather conditions. And as you may know, extreme temperatures, either hot or cold, can significantly affect the quality of your wine during in transit. To ensure your wine arrives in perfect condition, we are carefully monitoring and will release your order for shipping as soon as it's safe to. So, you can use this notification, right, to really communicate, hey, do you want to upgrade to air? Do you want to use temp control? Or, hey, I'm just holding it. So you can really use it as an opportunity to, to check in with your customer and see and let them know without having to find other ways, workaround situations. All right. Direct to consumer shipping is finally arrived to Mississippi. And we now have that permit available in our permit section. So if you obtain your Mississippi DTC license, please add it into the permitting section and we will ship it direct to consumer. So really exciting to have that. I know that the folks in Mississippi are pretty darn happy to have it. So, if you haven't really thought about that as an area to focus on, by all means, you should. Why not? Next is we are now supporting tags in our rule center. So this, as long as your tags transfer over into our system, it will unlock advanced logic for order management. So, I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes when I do the demo, but our order rules now support tags. All right, future reservations. So if you aren't familiar with future reservations are, it is part of our inventory logic system where you are able to hold back a portion of your inventory for whatever reason, a club, an event, whatever it is, so that it can't be allocated to any order. You now have the ability under this filtering section of the inventory page to show the SKUs that have a future reservation reserved to it. So that is new functionality and visibility for SKUs that have future reservations. Okay, right? It's a quick one in terms of features. So let's jump on over here into Awesome Client Portal and let's do the demo. So you can see here we're at Spooky ACP. I'm a girl who lives in the light, but dark can be handled over here in your account notifications. My account, right?
Hey,
And you can choose. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Emily here. I'm only seeing your presentation screen still.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, let me share something else. This is new. And let's see here. Coming back here. And I'm thinking that we're going to go here. Okay. Can we see?
I can.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, let's rewind. Hi, we're back into Awesome Client Portal. And here we are. We're in a Spooky ACP. You can see I live in the light. But if you would like to come on over to the far right-hand corner and you want to live in the dark, this is where you can go to my account and you can decide, right? Oh, I want light mode, dark mode, right? Here's the default. You don't want to see the Halloween theme, come over here. So you can change it to view how it is you want. So totally adjustable and editable to make your experience with Awesome Client Portal the way you want it to be. Okay, next let's show the address UI. So we'll come back over here. We'll go to the address book. Now, just a reminder, if you are trying to access features, right, under preferences and tools, so you can access them no matter what, but if you want to make any changes or edits, you do need to be an admin. So I'm going to come over here to the address book, and then we can come down over here and let me scroll over, and we can see that we have the country code over here. You know, you'll be able to see that we have, you know, different types of order types are going to be saved in here, right? Types unknown. That means that would be that automatically saving to my address book. If it came from a DTT or a wholesale order type, it's going to show up right over here. And then coming back over here to Action Center, just to show you, create order. Let's do create a DTT order. Just gonna make some stuff up real quick. And come back over here. Oops. Done. Next. See here where it says all new addresses will be saved to your address book for easier use for the future. So this is where if you're using anything below here, right? If it's not coming from the address book, when we add a new address, whether you're using the recipient location feature or typing it in, it's going to save to the address book. So just to call that out. And if you haven't played with this, it's pretty cool. Just so you know, you can just start typing in an address and it will start to populate. Oh yes, there's the address. So pretty cool. Okay, coming back out into Action Center, want to show you that ice pack exception for just in time. We'll come over here to statuses. It's going to be under needs action, right? And we see we have lots of different needs actions. And if we come over here and we see ice pack exception incompatible with packaging type, you're going to see here, right? These are just in time orders. And then, oh, okay, I have all of these are exceptions. To release those exceptions, it's super easy, right? You can come over here and just click here, add or remove an ice pack. It's going to say, hey, these all have ice packs. Do we want to remove them? Yes, save, and it'll automatically remove them. Or if you click into an order and you hit edit, then you can just uncheck the ice pack and hit save. So, doesn't like it because that's in the past. There we go, save. Confirm the change and your ice pack's been removed. So easy way, add or remove an ice packs. You can do it in bulk or one at a time. And then if you're using just in time and you want, the first thing you should do is set up, right, those account preferences now that those are available. So again, you must be an admin. Come over here, click just in time order settings. And then this is where we can decide what is it that I usually do for just in time. Again, all of that can be edited once we're in a just in time order, but that's what it will default to when that order comes into the system. And just to show you how easy it is to edit it, just in time, if I click one in, edit, drop off, easily change, right? So you can change them. So super easy to change. You can also do that stuff in bulk too, right? So click over here, multiples, change transport, change packing type. All right, the next is the premium tracking weather event email. So I'm gonna just mosey on over to my premium tracking page. Boy, I sure do hope that you'll be able to see that. I think I'm gonna have to do it again. Hold on. Let me change my share. I'm gonna click here and share something else. I'm gonna click here. And we are now in premium tracking. So you can see right here that I have this weather hold pre-shipment notification beta. If you opt in to using that, this is going to be put into your premium tracking account. And then you're going to obviously have to turn it on. And when you click it over here, there's a couple things going on here, right? So here it is. You can see here that we've created a special custom field called ACP temperature hold, right? That's the order pool that we're sending over that's going to trigger an info received notification. And then you can just simply brand it and let them know, what it is you want to say here, right? So easy peasy. The nice thing too is if you have your sender email, and I hope you have it customized so that it comes from you and not from no reply wine shipping alerts, so then your customers, right, can just reply to those emails and let you know what they want to do. So that should help. It's been something that people have been asking me for 2 years. I'm really excited that we are able to bring that to you and give it to you all. All right, now I gotta come on back over here. Awesome. Okay, permits for Mississippi, also here under preferences and tools, direct to consumer permits. This is where we're gonna find our Mississippi. Simply click the edit button and put in the expiration date or the permit, save. And then, Mississippi does fall into, right, these states. If you haven't looked at our permit, these are states that we require a permit to in order for us to ship, because it is a requirement of our permit. So our permit requires us to have your permit on file to ship for you. And so Mississippi falls into that. Next, order rules regarding tags. So I'm going to come over here to the Rules Center. If you haven't played or looked at the Rules Center, there's a lot here. And if you, let me please, if you start playing with order rules and creating rules, and you're just not 100% sure you did it right, please reach out and ask for myself or someone on my team to review your work to make sure that you got it correct, because it's really easy to not get it correct. If just, one little line is off instead of is any of, or you use a condition, you just want to make sure that they are actually going to do what it is you think you're setting up. But I digress. Let's move down over here and let's add a rule. And then if you click over here, order attributes, and you scroll down, this is where we have the tags. So you could say, if the tag contains JIT, then change the channel to just in time, right? So you could use that as a smart rule in order to use your just in times. But it could be anything, right? It could be if the tag contains, VIP, then add, let's say, make sure there's a special SKU in there, right? Give them a little surprise, right? So you can do some pretty cool things now with the Rule Center. Okay, and last and certainly not least, in terms of doing my demo, we will come over here to the inventory page, right? Here's future reservations. If you haven't checked it out yet, I recommend it. You can hold back inventory for whatever reason and won't be applied to orders. You do that here, but then once you do it on the inventory page, you now have visibility. So we can come over here and filter, show all items with a future reservation. And you can see I don't have any, but if I did, they would be here because I don't really have inventory here. But anyway, that is the demo. So now it is time for some questions.
Hey there, Karen. We do have a question here. Has there been a workflow created for following up on weather hold orders? Even if it doesn't auto-release the order when weather is better, auto-sending follow-up would be nice.
Sure. Let me zip back over into my change my share screen over here. And let me show you how cool it is. And this is up to you. You can do that. I don't have it set up that way today, but you certainly, I can work with you to get it set up for you. So let me share something else here. You have to bear with me. We're using a new version of the software. So, okay. So coming over here, this is pretty cool. So we could do something like this, right? Here you have your trigger is, you know, our temperature control. It goes on hold, it gets this email. Then you could say, if the status has been unchanged, and then you decide what that length of time is, right? How many days, then send an email. So, you know, that is, it's as simple as that. So yes, you can create flows however you want it to be, right? So that you can create a flow here. You also can create flows that send yourself an email, right? Send an internal email. Like there's lots of things you can do here with these flows. And so, you know, if you want to create something special here for automatic communication, you can. The cool thing with this, I'll call it a hack, right? that we have created here is that the moment it goes off weather hold, the tracking number that triggers this gets removed from premium tracking. So then that, you know, it wouldn't trigger again. So pretty cool hack that my boss here created for everybody here. Any other questions?
I'm not seeing any additional questions, so if you've got them, feel free to enter them in the questions section, and I'll send it over to Karen here.
Great. Well, I will jump back into my presentation here. And I just have a couple things I want to share with you all. The first is we're in the busiest time of year, and this is one of the most underused trainings that I offer for our clients. It is called Ask the Experts, and I host it weekly. You can jump in and ask me anything about the software. I'm available for one-on-one sessions with you on how to use the software weekly. So you can find them by scanning this QR code. It's going to take you to our website, to our training page. You will see that I offer training twice a day on lots of different parts of Awesome Client Portal. But Ask the Experts, just scroll down until you find the Ask the Experts, and I host it weekly. So I'd love to get more people to use this service because I think it's really underused, and you get to work with myself or my team members. And then same QR code, right? But we do training twice a day on things like the orders part or the shipments. I kind of break it up on the different parts of Awesome Client Portal and what we focus on. And we go into a deep dive on that section. So, you know, if you're just like, wow, I really want to know more about the reporting capabilities of Awesome Client Portal, we'll join that training session and, you know, work with my team to give you the answers you need. So anyway, love to see more folks use either Ask the Experts or join us for just general questions to keep your skills up in Awesome Client Portal. You know, and anyway, that's all for today. So if there are no more questions, just verifying.
We have one more question that came in. How do tags represent themselves when importing orders via Ship Compliant?
Good question. Let me zip over here back into Awesome Client Portal. It really depends on how the tags, you know, as long as the tags are getting into Ship Compliant, we will bring them over. So let me.
And Karen, I want to add a little color here. Commerce 7 into Ship Compliant.
Yeah, so Commerce 7 does not always pass tags into Ship Compliant. They do create they tag stuff regarding your clubs, but I would encourage you to do a feature request for Commerce 7 and ask them to bring the tags into Ship Compliant for all of your tags. But certain tags, you know, regarding your clubs do flow through, but not all of them. So ask that as a feature request from Commerce 7 to start passing that. But I want to show you what some of the tags look like. You can see over here that if we just jump in here, we have tags, right? And you can see right here, right? It says annual or Vino or white wine annual gift box, right? These are the this is how that data comes into this field right over here, this tags field. I would encourage you to log into your Awesome Client Portal account, and you can find that feature. Like if you want to see what tags are being passed to wine shipping, there's a couple of ways. Now you're going down a tangent, but I will show you a couple of ways. One is to do what I showed you right here, whether your orders are in Action Center or open orders. If you go over to the filtering section and you see the orders that have tags, you can take a peek on that. The other option, let me switch my screen. If you want to see like a high level, because whatever tags we get passed, we then pass them over to premium tracking. And so let me come over here and show you in premium tracking. If you go to your tracking dashboard, now remember, these are all live tracking in your account right now for the last 120 days. And if you go over to the filters, add a filter, and then you go in premium tracking, when we pass the data from your POS system that comes into ACP and gets into premium tracking, it now becomes a shipment tag. We're going to click on shipment tags. And then if you click on the shipment tag, this is going to show you, right, all of the tags that are currently being passed into from your POS system. So you can see what's available to you here. And that is tagging information that I can give you for today. Other questions?
That's all I have for you for today, Karen. Thanks.
That's all I have. Okay, well, let me just play with this one more second. Thank you all for spending your time with me this morning. Happy Halloween, happy fall, and you know, happy peak season. I look forward to seeing you all next month, and I hope you have a great wine club season and the wrap up of Rest of Harvest. I know it's such a busy time of year in the wine industry, so really appreciate you taking the time to learn with us today. Have a great day.